Hi, I'm going to do a really quick video to tell you a little bit about and show you how to use a Czech LUKR side pull tap. We're doing these right now for our Royal Pils, which releases today, May 10th, but in the future we'll do all of our Czech style lagers on it, and we may do some other lagers as well because it really lends itself to the crispness and the aroma and the nuance of a lager rather than an ale. What's cool about these is that, unlike any other tap, it is not an on or off affair, right? So like this is off and you got to pull it all the way on in order to get beer at all. Well, the LUKR is a ball valve inside. So you can either pour a little bit or a lot of it, depending on how far you have this open. So this is obviously closed. All this way is open. It will also close this way. However, because it sort of impedes with this, I suggest we keep it that way, but that's sort of up to the tapster. Which, by the way, is what in the Czech Republic, people who are certified on this are called tapsters, whereas everybody else is a bartender. It's like an honorific. So anyway, the whole point of this is to get a lot of foam on the glass. These are our new two-bringer mugs. They are a half a liter. Actually, they're a half a liter to this line. If you take a look at the glass itself, there's a pour line there that says 0.5 liters. That's what is a full beer. And if you notice, there's a lot of glass on top of that. So it's 25 ounces to the top, which is room for foam. Foam is king over there, and it's going to be here because we have the LUKRs. So the idea here, unlike a regular tap where the health department says never, touch the rim of the glass to it, this is something we want to actually submerge the tap in the beer, or the faucet in the beer. So in order to get the best possible pour, we start with a little bit of foam, then we submerge and we open it all the way up. You're pouring the beer under the head, so it actually never gets aerated. It's perfectly unoxygenated beer. And then if you just follow that up, I am just about perfectly at that 0.5 liter mark right there. And certainly as this head goes down a little bit, that's about a 0.5 liter. This is what the Czechs would call a hladenka. It's a one-part pour. We poured it all at once. We got a half a liter of beer, about, depending on how wide your fingers are, 1 or 2 fingers of head. There are 5 generally accepted pours, actually 4 accepted pours, 1 that's unacceptable called the Choktan. This is the hladenka. They're on these handy dandy cards that I have around. There's also a poster here someplace. And that's just a little bit about the Czech side pour. I encourage you guys to mess around with it, figure it out. You're going to dump some beer here and there, and that's okay right now. Obviously, long term, that's not what we want to do, but this is a new skill. It's a new style of pour. I think it's sort of exciting, so I want you guys to really embrace it and try to figure out how to do the best possible pours. I'm going to show you one other one. It's called the na 2krát. So it's a 2-part pour, and you get this really nice, dense, rocky head that sits above the rim of the mug. The secret here is just the 30-second wait in between pouring about 2/3 of this and then the rest of the beer. So again, start the same way. We get some foam in the bottom, then we submerge it, pour clean beer underneath it, and leave it right about there. I'm going to put it down for about 30 seconds. Now, there are 2 really, really big Pilsner breweries. Actually, there are 3, but the 2 that matter here is Budvar Budvojček, which is the namesake of Budweiser. So if you've ever heard that there's a Czech brewery that has the rights to Budweiser, actually Budweiser has or Anheuser has the rights to Budweiser in the rest of the world except for the Czech Republic. And the other one is called Pilsner Urquell. Pilsner Urquell says that the hladenka, which we just poured, the 1-part pour, is the perfect pour for a Pilsner Urquell, whereas Budvar says a 2-part na 2krát is the perfect pour, and I'll show you why. And I agree with that. It's not for everybody in terms of the tapsters and time. Hladenkas are a lot quicker to pour, but This is a lot more dramatic, the effect anyway. So I let it sit a little bit, and you see that the head has settled, and it's become a little denser and a little drier. I resubmerge it, and I pour underneath it, and then I sort of just follow it down. And I don't know if you can see that, but the head sits well above the mug. Just sort of dramatic to put down in front of somebody. So those are the two big pours. There's other ones, I'll show them to you real quick. This is the Schnitt. The Schnitt is supposed to be for tapsters to just test the quality of the beer in the morning. So it's roughly half and half foam and beer, and you're just supposed to hit it or Schnitt it and hit it. It's delicious. Here's a quick important tip. Never refill this after somebody has drank out of it. Go get yourself a new glass, or wash that one and fill the next one. So that was the Schnitt. And the Mliko, which is the most dramatic. It's easiest to pour, hardest to understand pour that there is. It is literally as much foam as you can get in this glass. In the Czech Republic, it's sort of like a shotski, you know. Everybody kind of gets up, does a Mliko at the end of the night. The whole point is to drink this whole thing in one go, which I've never been able to do, and I can't even imagine somebody who is. But it's Mliko, which of course is Czech for, you guessed it, milk. Looks like milk. And it's just all foam. This will settle out to 0.3 liters, as will the Schnitt. So in a Czech bar, you'd go in and it'd be one price for a half liter, either Mladinka or Nadvakrat. This would be another price for roughly, 3/5 of a glass of beer. There ain't no way. Anyway, that's the side pull. I hope you guys have a lot of fun with it. When I'm around, let's talk about it. I really want to get you guys to embrace it and have fun with it. It's a cool piece. Thanks, and good luck.